heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it.
Oh, I don't care what time it is, baby. We got it. I even already had one today. I had Arctic vibe today. But this is the peach vibe. We're vibing all day, every day. Hashtag crack pack. Can't stop, won't stop. We got a great show today. It's going to be well, tonight. I should say it's Sunday. It's Sunday. So I don't bet words. Where's someone? A wise man once said, "Words are hard." Saturday night. It's Saturday night. It's not Sunday evening. It's not Saturday evening. We're living in different times. I'm living in different times. Speaking of different times and living in different areas, I clicked the button. You don't you make me say words I shouldn't say in this stream. Angela, get in here. Why can I not do it? Because I'm hitting the wrong button. Jason's blind. Shut up. Don't judge me. No, where's...
That was my mistake.
No, I was hitting the volume button.
Oh no.
I'm a moron. What do you want?
We're just off because
I'm blaming our guests.
This is unique. Mm-hmm. Well, we go where we do what they need sometimes, and that's fine.
No, screw him. No, I'm just kidding.
It's all about we want to help get these books out. So this is
no, it's you're right. It is. It's a later stream. I'm up this late.
Technically, you can blame me because I have a stream tomorrow night. But that's
actually, you know what? I blame you.
Yeah.
I do blame you because normally we would just kick it to like later Sunday or something and have at it. But Angela's got to do
the Sumo Federation. We could blame them, but no, I'm right here. So.
You know what? How about this? I'm going to blame Jay Ryan.
Okay, that's fair.
He's tall. Screw him. Speaking of, I don't know. There's no segue for that, but we have a great. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say speaking of screw him and speaking of tall because. One of those really fit. But speaking, we got a great guest. He's a great dude. I've known him a long time. He's a great friend. I love his artwork. We got Matt BURK on. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Good evening.
Sorry for the chaos. Oh, you're welcome, man. Yeah.
Be fun.
My little.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Look at that. Yeah. These are energy drinks. But
nice.
I drink coffee way late, dude. This ain't gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna be up to 3 a.m. anyway.
This is Scottish.
Wait, we're going till 3 a.m.?
No, he doesn't want to be up to. Well, actually, it'd be midnight his time. You usually go live at midnight, right, Matt?
Sometimes, like I was doing it for a while. Yeah, now my schedule's different, so I usually wake up at 3 a.m.
Oh, jeez.
But when I do like to go late, though. It's fun,
Yeah.
Wow. Good crowd.
But you're off tomorrow, right? You don't have.
No, I got work tomorrow.
You do have work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh. Angela, we got to hurry to wrap this up. All right, everybody.
No, that's cool, man. I'm not going to bed. It's 7 over here,
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, it's
where are you?
Exact address.
I'm in California.
No, we want numbers.
Oh gosh, I thought you said 7 a.m. So I was like, wait a second.
He's in Siberia, Angela.
I'm in Siberia.
He's really cold. He needs more than a space heater. Yeah. Before we get kicked off, like I said, it's a later stream. I know a lot of people tend to start streaming at 9. You come fresh from the studio. Also, thank you to the Don and everybody over there. Great channel. Yeah. Go subscribe to the Don. But before we get started, I see there's people. There's things. So let's say hi to these individuals.
I'm afraid we're going to end up doing this now on Saturday nights at 10:30, but that's okay. Awesome one. He was first. I don't know if he's here, but cheers.
Dude.
Mr. Bemis is here. Hail, Henry Bemis.
Hey, what's up, Henry?
Got the Hell Deers.
What's up, Alder?
Cheers, man.
All day.
We got the K-Pops.
Pop.
And Rick Sailor is here.
Rick, what's up? Rick.
Yeah.
Rick, hold on. Real quick. Yeah. Leave Rick up there. Rick. Hold on. Where is it, Rick? Shut up, Rick. You're holding up the whole stream.
I like your avatar. It's
I want to watch you struggle.
No, I can't.
I want to watch you struggle right now.
Rick, the other turtle book, the sketch cover. Where did it go, Angela?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Matt, where is it?
No, it's not it. That's not it. Oh well. Rick, you have get me out of there. You have the Leo sketch cover, I think. Do you want to trade that? the one that I drew. Let me know. Message me. I'll find because I drew Casey. So if I could draw Mikey and have all the turtles and everything all together and sell all those as a lot, that would be dope. So Rick, hit me up. I'll give you dope. He knows that. Anyway, let's continue on with the hellos.
Luke, cheers.
What's up,
That's
Luke?
Little Hero. Let's see who else. Going scrolling. Oh, Mushbrook.
Mushman.
Cheers to you. Yeah. Oh, this guy. Hey, bud.
What's up, man?
Shelby.
What's up, Shelbs? You're the Shelbster.
Wasn't for Shelbs, I wouldn't have this book. I actually was watching one of you guys stream, and he gave me a pointer on the proper format of size.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Shelby knows his stuff, man.
3 years ago, I was like, hey, I'm gonna do like a metal album size. What should we do? And he's like, do 11 by 14.
Yeah. No, Shelby's smart. He knows his stuff, man.
Bro,
his
shit's awesome. He's a metalhead too. I know it.
Rick Sailor says, I do have it, but it's pricey. Foo Fighters isn't a metal band, so I don't know why you're calling it.
Foo Fighters suck. Rick, I know it's pricey, but I have 18 by 24 watercolor pieces that I can give you for that. I don't care. They're just sitting in my closet. So, no, I know. We'll work something out. I can't find the Casey one. I just scanned it and posted it.
You literally could just come over to your house right now and you can talk about it. What is it?
It's like an hour.
Well, anyway.
Welcome, everybody. If you don't care about words and talking and jaw wagging, you can always check out Hell War, clicking the link in the top of the chat as well as in the description below. And you can pick it up and then be on your way. So if you don't care what we have to say, just go ahead and check it out anyway, share it out, and everything like that. So we just got that. You just got done with the studio. So how was that? How did that go?
That was fun, man. And that's a fun show to watch.
Did you draw or did you just participate?
I did. I was drawing, but I busted my finger at work. Dude. So it was kind of hard to draw. So, but I'm already slow as fuck anyway. Those guys are pros. They can pump out like a masterpiece in 2 hours. It takes me it takes me 16 hours.
Yeah, so I finished the Casey one. So
that's sick, brother.
Yeah. So I want to.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, this is what I was talking. It was right there on top. So if I have this,
can you big in yourself, please.
Turtles,
dude. No smoke blow. That's probably one of my favorite pieces by you, brother.
Oh, that is really rad. Rick Sailor saying that his turtle covers are pricey.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, no. It's
very cool
because I want to get them all together. So you weren't able to really draw anything.
I was drawing a little something
right here.
Well, I'm still working on it. I had this idea just for like a piece for the back, but I don't know. You can't really see it probably. But,
oh wait.
I thought Angela had you.
I got it.
You got it. You sure I can get him?
I got you.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Oh, whoa.
I kind of wanted to have him like chilling on the bike with his thing, and then the Hellbender up in the corner, kind of, because he's usually echoing what the Hellbender is doing in a lot of pieces I'm doing.
Oh wow,
it might be a little spurgy thing I'm not really thinking about.
No, yeah, and that's just something you were working up, right?
Yeah, it was in my head for a while.
Sometimes I get these images. Sorry.
What?
The slap happy's kicking in. You were talking, you were having a conversation, and I just interjected rudely. What were you talking about your cover?
That is true. Rick's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, you're still able to draw something even though you busted your finger, so that's always good. Speaking of which, I know some of your inspirations. I know but what caught? I don't think I've had you on in a long time. So let's get into like the total back history. What got you into comics from the get-go? Do you remember your first comic book issue or?
What got me into comics? I would say probably like the first, I guess with sequentials, it would be Mad Magazine. But I think the first comic I got was the Batman, Jerry Ordway, Denny O'Neil movie adaptation of Tim Burton's Batman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I kind of went into the 90s Image era. The Max was always a massive, inspiration. And
yeah, it shows.
I'd always draw that guy in school, And obviously Spawn, that was a big one when I was growing up. But even before that, man, like I forgot I had gone to like a Wizard Con at the Hilton in LA. So my grandpa and my dad and my uncle, they were already like kind of getting me ready for comics, But all this stuff just really exploded, dude. For me in the 90s, all the cartoons were coming out. The X-Men, Fox, Ninja Turtles, Masters of the Universe, Batman the Animated Series, X-Men. Like it all just happened, and I was kind of surfing through all that. But then also comics were happening. My grandpa, he was really into pulp. He was like a pulp villain in real life, which was pretty far out. And then also my uncle that got me into, he was a bank robber. So that he
Wait.
kind of
You can't just pass over that real quick. What do you mean? Hold on a second. What do you mean he was a bank robber?
He robbed banks in the army, like throughout my town, and he went to prison, served time in Chino. And,
what year was this?
This is probably in the 70s.
All right.
So he was an influence on Hellwar a little bit too, and
because that's kind of a crazy lifestyle. I'm sure did he tell you any kind of stories?
No, not too much. My grandpa told a lot of stories. He didn't give a fuck. He was crazy because my uncle, he was trying to live up to his dad, And my dad, he was the polar opposite. He took care of my mom and his mom and his great grandma. So he was just like but the other two, they were different, and they went out and they did like pulpy shit and fucked up shit. But they're your family, they're your blood, and he was always good to me, and they had great stories. And a lot of stories my grandpa told me, I didn't believe them. I'm like, you're sure, grandpa, When he died, I get all these newspaper clippings. I'm like, oh, okay, this is legit. And I get a movie script. I'm like, oh, Stacey Keach is gonna play him. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Like, okay, this guy was robbing banks as a cop, and he's got all of the places that he robbed and investigating his own robberies. And
you keep going further into this.
I know.
You somehow managed to just graze over
on for a long time.
Important information here. He was a cop. You didn't mention that.
Yeah. So
What's
he was
called?
I think it was called like Detroit Heat or some stupid name. But they didn't get the movie made. My grandma didn't want it to happen, so she was like,
Stacey Keach, that's awesome.
He looked exactly like Stacey Keach too, by the way.
That is so rad.
So your grandfather was a cop and robbing banks?
Yeah. He robbed banks. He did it for years.
That's maniacal.
And he was in the Navy before that. And he was an undefeated world champion boxer. He was also in Korea. He smuggled alcohol in there. He had a monkey.
Wow, your family's got a crazy history.
He started out as a gangster, then he became an undefeated boxer in the Navy. Then he got out, became a cop, and he robbed banks. And he was working 2 jobs as a cop before that. And he was doing some type of drug. I didn't know what they had back then. It was some type of thing to keep him awake, though. Even back then, he needed the money to be a cop and to pay the bills. So he was working at a bolt factory. I think during the day, then at night he literally walked the beat. So he had to walk around. He was working with the Italians.
And he's the one that kind of brought you into comics in a way.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
Then eventually he went to prison. He claimed insanity, and then he got out of there and moved over here. And then he became a preacher. And then he had the ability to heal people. Wow. He had all these pamphlets. It's wild.
A transition.
Was his name Clyde? And was it your Aunt Bonnie?
No.
It's funny.
And he I know it sounds like I'm just spurring this shit out. But,
dude, this is
you're talking. The way you're saying is like it's just casual every day.
It's
like,
I know.
And it's like,
I'm used to it.
Yeah,
like
42, almost 43. And I never really talked about it, and I kind of wanted to talk about it on some of the streams, but I'm like, fuck it, I'll blurt it out right here. But,
it's cool.
I've been doing this forever, but it influenced my work, dude. It influenced Bush Lever. It influenced Hellwar.
Just about to say that because, like, if he introduced you to comics, so he's kind of also introducing you to like the pulpy stuff. Or,
like,
stuff
the Phantom was his favorite, and the Shadow. So like,
and
I was
understandably,
the movies came out at this time. He's like, Matthew, these movies are out. He always tapped me on the head.
So fun.
He taught me a couple boxing moves. He's like,
I looked up,
and I got into boxing at a young age, I
looked up a movie. I mean, I Googled it. It was AI. I guess there's a movie called The Long Riders. It was out in the 80s.
Well, he said it didn't get made.
Oh, it didn't get made.
Oh, no, it never got made.
Well, there is a movie that Stacey Keach played a cop that he robbed banks. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I never even knew about that.
Honestly, I'm sure it wasn't too uncommon.
It's called The Long Riders.
It was uncommon, but it wasn't like an everyday thing. But I'm sure it happened quite a bit back, especially back in like the 70s and stuff like that.
He did it in the 50s, so he was doing that.
Well,
in the
50s.
50s.
Oh, jeez, man. There
and
you go.
he was very he was like
That's wild, man.
He would do it, and then he would go and investigate his own robberies, and he would wear a mask too, like the Green Hornet. while he
Dude,
did it.
that's a freaking comic character right there. What do
He
you
is.
say?
I was gonna do a graphic novel about him. That was like the first thing I
should.
was gonna do at a young age, but
Yeah,
no, I don't want to.
like a film noir type
Well,
thing,
I mean,
or
But that's kind of what got me into comics, dude. You know, at a young age, you know, and
That's
then
wild.
all of that happened. All those old like '90s movies were coming out: The Phantom, The Shadow, The Mask of Zorro. You know, all that shit. They were all cool. Rocketeer, well, it wasn't really anything was new for that, but all that was coming out. You know,
was your
Well,
Uncle Jim Steranko? Shelby's
that'd be
asking.
pretty cool.
That would be
Oh,
nice,
No.
wouldn't it?
You know,
And my uncle,
PJ.
he was a biker and he was a truck driver. You know, and those guys are very like transcontinental, so they have lots of stories. Like if you talk to Dillard, he's got lots of stories.
Yeah,
You know,
Dillard's
so
cool.
usually those guys will tell you some stuff. You know, and I don't
Well,
know.
and that's the thing with like having family members like with that lifestyle, because you either go, people usually do go one of two ways. They either like learn from it and kind of like that influence them, or they go the opposite direction and like you turn into like a total like, you know, I don't know, pretty boy type, you know, namby-pamby, so to speak.
Yeah.
But you leaned into obviously the metal part and like the grittier aspects of what they lived through, and like you learned from it and it influenced you as you were growing up. And is that what also got you then into metal music? Because you said your uncle was a biker, I think you said.
He wasn't. I never knew what type of music he was into. Like for me, for metal, I think my sister probably got me into that at a young age. I think she gave me Pantera. And then also my uncle on my mom's side, they were really into like Van Halen. But the youngest, I think the first metal band that ever, like the main profound influence was Stryper. My dad was a drummer. So my dad, he took me to Daryl Mansfield. I think he was one of the singers of Stryper, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
And he had this album cover called "The Hell with the Devil," and they're just like smashing him down into hell with these guitars, and it's fucking a metal cover. It looks like a Rosetta piece or a Boris Vallejo.
Nice.
And so that was, you know, there was all those things going around. But when I first got out, started doing music, it was I don't know, like that. We're talking about something totally different.
It doesn't matter. Let's just talk about what we talk about.
It comes to conversations. That's what we're doing.
That was, you know, I mean, you sing in choir. I was a choir boy in like when I was 4 years old. So I started singing back then since I was 4. You know.
Oh wow, nice.
But then eventually, like in high school, I wanted to be a comic artist, but then my grades weren't good enough. So, and I was drawing the Max and all that shit, and I just said, "Fuck this! I don't want to draw no more." So then I started doing like dub stuff, like Sublime, stuff like that. You know, we just liked that shit back then. I like ska, you know.
Yeah.
I got more to punk.
As you're growing up, you have different musical tastes. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I discovered the Scandinavian shit. Once I discovered the Scandinavian shit, it's been that way for 23 years, and it never just stopped, you know. But Pantera was like the heavy band. My sister put me on that too as well. And then the grunge shit was dope. I loved all that. So it's just so much stuff, you know.
Yeah, I can never get into the Scandinavian stuff. It's just I don't know. We will say, like on topic with Luke listens to heavier stuff than I do because he's death metal hero. I'm not as big into like the death metal. Like I like Lamb of God. I like Lamb of God, and there's like, you know, the Acacia strain I've been getting into lately. So I do like some heavier stuff, but I can't listen to it for too long either. I'm just like, I gotta listen. You know, I gotta put on. I need some Buddy Guy up in here.
Luke says he remembers the Stryper album, and the song is stuck in his head now.
Yeah.
Hey, well, maybe Luke can do because Luke and who's here?
Awesome One.
Oh, what up, Awesome One? Awesome One was already here. But Luke and
wasn't here when we were saying hi.
Luke and Good Stuff do they talk about music and stuff. They do pre-recorded videos, so maybe they could do one on Stryper. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
They talk about what interests them, obviously, as far as music goes. And that's the thing. Music is a huge part of it's you know, it's part of art. I discussed this with Chubbs, you know, and like I would hang out with musicians because I'm not one, but I associated with them. I mean, musicians they just have that artistic drive to them, and they kind of understand the visual artistic drive, so they go hand in hand in a way. So I mean, whenever you were playing in bands and like having your own band and making your own music, were you doing your own flyers then because you could draw? Like, did you incorporate the two, or were you just mainly just the music? Like, you just didn't?
Actually, I would design the logo for 2 of the bands I was in.
How many bands have you been?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 bands.
Okay, yeah, I mean, because like I said, I hung out with plenty of my friends that were in bands, but they had like 3 or 4 different iterations, and they were like maybe one member would rotate. That would be it.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, I mean, that's the thing with bands, especially when you're growing up. you either can make it or you can't, and if you can't make it, you're going to want to either just do what we do, like we draw, but we have a full-time job. So either you stay with the music. Like I know a guy, he doesn't inspect fires, but he comes around and inspects like the fire hydrants and like all the other stuff to make sure they're functional and up to date and up to code and up to stuff. So he does that for a full-time job. Plus he's in a band, that.
Oh, hell yeah.
They go
Fire inspector. Nice.
Yeah. So they go all over the country and he loves it. Like and he's older than me, I think. So
yeah, I'd love to play like in a band still. Like my goal is to eventually be able to play 3 shows a year and practice like twice a month. Well,
nowadays
festival that would be like fucking awesome.
Well, even nowadays,
I have that urge, dude. I need to, and if I don't do it, straight up, I have to either do comics or I have to do metal. One or the other. And I want both.
It's really hard to do both of those at the same time, considering they are so time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to juggle that, especially if you're doing everything in the comic itself. If you're drawing it, lettering it, writing it, like how much free time and working full time, how much free time do you have to be in a band? And granted, with today's age, you can do everything online. So if you meet if you and Luke were to put something together, you don't even have to ever meet up. You could just jam and put something and put it on the internet.
Yeah.
But you can never play it live. So
yeah, you're just a studio band, which I'm cool with. And I like.
Hold on one second. Angela, take over.
Oh, okay. Well, Rick Saylor, he says music albums were the first artwork that really got him into art. Iron Maiden had the best album covers. Yeah, those were really epic. I remember that growing up.
Yeah, they had some cool covers. Me and Preston Azevedo were doing a little show for a minute. We're diving into metal album covers. It was pretty fun. Just kind of exploring stuff. We did like Iron Maiden. That was one of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm drinking Einstock, dude.
Einstock.
I got this for Patty's Day and for the launch because it's we
have get like an Irish beer. Like what's going on over there?
Well, yeah, I got Guinness too. So I have like 2 more Guinnesses for Tuesday. I don't really drink beer no more because I used to be Metal Movies and Brewskis, but I changed it. I'm actually allergic to beer now. I know it's kind of gay, but
wait, you're what?
It is. So I usually my other name used to be Metal Movies and Brewskis.
Oh yeah, I know. I remember.
So yeah, and now I'm allergic to beer. A lot of beers.
You're allergic to beer, really?
For some reason, yeah, I think it probably is the weed or something.
I have a gluten intolerance as well. What it is. Gluten it can be so bad. You leave when we talk about gluten intolerance, Jason.
No, I heard a little bit of it.
No, I can't have it either. That sucks, man.
I drink whiskey, but dude, this wee heavy didn't do nothing to me, and neither did the Guinness. So
hey, there you go. That's the thing too. Europe, the quality of wheat is so much better in Europe that a lot of people who even have celiac, which actually is like you could die from. Can go to like Italy and eat pasta and not
Joe Rogan podcast. What's happening here?
I know.
Mel Gibson.
Everybody, let's go over to Rome and
see
Axl Rose.
Get 2 beers. See, that's what happens when you leave. That's why this is what happens.
Yeah. So
I heard because like he said, he was Metal Movies and Brewskis, which great name, by the way.
I thought you changed it because you became like a comic book creator. So that's what I thought. But
yeah, that too. And then I just wanted to have like something that represented me artistically, and I could drive everybody to one name. And then
Absolutely.
Matt Burke there's 3 Matt Burks in California. There's a bunch of them all. It's a very common name. So
it is.
Like I tell a lot of people, if you look for Jason Bascom on Google, there's a graphic designer that's also Jason Bascom, and he has jasonbascom.com for a website. So so you kind of have to sometimes finagle it, like Bat Merc. I don't think there's too many of those that are out there.
No. My guitar player Billy, like he came up with that name 20 years ago, and I just use it. I didn't create it. My buddy Billy did, guitar player.
Oh no, yeah. Well,
so I use it.
Good Billy too.
Shelby suggests slam a beer, chase it with a fun size Snickers to balance it out.
No, king size Snickers, because with those you get 2 Snickers.
Snickers is my favorite. That's my favorite.
Snickers are delicious, dude. They're my favorite too. I really like the almond Snickers. That to me is like the creme de la creme. I like the peanut butter, but the almond one, it's the go.
Pretty bomb.
It's pretty good.
I've had almond.
Yeah. You haven't had the almond one? It's good. I like it. Yeah. So let's just talk about candy the rest of the stream.
Yeah, let's talk about all the things. Like book, what book?
No. But I mean, we were talking about obviously the music and you having to juggle everything if you were to do that for, on top of it. And it's not to say you can't, like you could, it's just would take everything would then take a lot longer.
Plotting,
Yeah.
planning. You
Yeah.
can do everything. You just got to plot it all out. It's hard.
You've been working on Hell War for how long now? So if
3
you were to,
years.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you were to also do music on top of it, that wouldn't even be out yet. So yeah.
And I did one song. We were gonna try to do 3. Like he did 3. He did 3 songs. Like, but they weren't finished all the way. And I'm like, oh, I'll just do the one song. Because he does everything. Dave, my buddy Dave Robbie. Me and him have Nightmare Nemesis. That's our band.
Oh, okay, cool.
And we're a studio band, but we used to have a band with him and my little brother Tyler, and he's a badass drummer. We have a live album too. We recorded in his living room about 15 years ago. That I played it on my channel a long time ago, but it's
Do you have it on like SoundCloud or anything like that, or?
Yeah, part of it's on SoundCloud, but not all of it. I want to get it all up there though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. That
I
to
love
have something
that raw, just live sound.
Now you sing and play guitar?
Nope, just try to.
Your vocals?
Yeah.
Okay, your vocals.
And I write lyrics. That's it. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, Preston, he plays guitar, right?
Yeah, he plays guitar. He's good.
Yeah. Okay, because I know Luke sings. I don't know if he plays I don't think he plays an instrument.
Do you play bass?
No.
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 Yeah, I want to learn how to play bass.
I like the idea of playing the bass. It's a good idea. I'm more of a vocal guy though, as far as like what I pay attention to whenever I'm listening to music. I like the lyrics. I like the vocalist. To me, that's the one person that is the hardest to replace out of anything. Because like bands break up or leave all the time, and you can get like a guitarist, guitarist dies or leaves, you can get that guy to fill in. It may not be the same, but it's hard to replace the vocalist. It is. Once that person is gone, that kind of is the.
I gotta agree with you, and that's not just coming from like a person that yells into a microphone, but I do agree with you.
I mean, you're a little biased, but but it's true because you do associate, like unless it's like something like Soften the Glare or like a music, like an instrumental band. Yeah, obviously then it's different. But as far as like regular bands go, it's really difficult. Like once Cavalera left Sepultura, I was like, I mean, it's to me, it's the vocalist really is what sells it to me as a music listener.
Find someone
let me ask you this, because whenever you're like drawing comics and like drawing things or painting or doing anything, you understand like the aesthetics, the techniques, like the mixtures, color theories. So you kind of analyze things a little differently when you're looking at stuff. So when you're listening to music, do you have a harder time like being like, okay, that's pretty good, even though it sucks, but because you can hear all the technical stuff, you're like, just sucks playing out because it's just all bad. Like, do you have a hard time, getting rid of that knowledgeable part of your side of the brain where you're like, I know what they did, so it takes away a little bit of it for me?
Nah, I don't think about it that much. I just listen. I go for more of just like an instinctual sonic interpretation.
So you like separate yourself from the technique.
Like if I were to go into a movie, I don't watch it under a microscope.
Right.
It's like that with comics too, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess I could, but I don't know. I don't. And then I just kind of go for a primal attraction to something now. I do that for everything, and it's just does this hit me? Does it entertain me? Yeah. Because
if you're analyzing it too much, it separates you from it, and you can't. I don't like being around
lyrical. And like with Hell War, dude, I didn't want to make it too heady or pretentious. It's it's got that Army of Darkness vibe.
Yeah, you're having fun with it.
It's all fun. It's all action. You get in there 20 to 30 minutes. That's.
As far as visual art goes, what are some of your influences when you're working? Like the people that you look at and what you try to like learn from or incorporate in your style that you have incorporated in your style.
For sure. Like currently, Frank Frazetta, Simon Bisley, Kyle Hotz, those guys are pretty hot, and also John Buscema. Right now,
nice.
That's who Buscema. That's a big one right now because you got to keep it current, And some people won't be honest about it, but currently that's what I'm looking at right now. Those guys.
That's why I've really liked some of Dragota's stuff. I don't care what people are like. Oh, absolute Batman, blah blah blah. I like it. I like some of the art stuff that he's doing in there. Yeah, it's not the most complicated aspect of drawing, but some of it is still pretty cool with what he's doing, and I like that too. It's a fresh take. Even manga. I look at some manga stuff from time to time. I think learn from what you can, where you can, if you like it.
Yeah, if you like it,
obviously.
then that's cool. Some people look at stuff and they're like afraid that they have to like it.
Have you been buying any new comics lately, or are you just strictly kind of just the money really isn't there, so you're just kind of like dibbling through your old stuff or like art books and stuff like that?
I'm picking up some new stuff. I like the Infernal Hulk. That's another guy too.
Yeah, I got the
Nick
new one
Klein.
over here. Yeah.
I like that. I'm also picking up the. I'm just loving what they're doing with the Conan and the Savage Sword of Conan's fucking badass. And that comes out every other month, and you're gonna get like people like Liam Sharp in there. You're gonna get Robert De La Torre. Robert De La Torre is another big fucking slayer right now. He's the shit. He's like Buscema incarnate.
Yeah, I have the Savage Sword books. I've been collecting those, and one thing I picked up because of you, actually, of your review was Punisher.
Oh, Punisher, yeah. And I love the Punisher, but people are telling me to review it, and I get a lot of views, and I always love the Punisher, and I think the books are okay. They're not great, but I think they're okay.
I got it based on your review. I'm like, this sounds actually kind of cool. I'm gonna give. I like
Panosian. That's another guy, and there's guys that'll trickle into my brain too, like fucking Wayshack, bro. He's another guy. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many guys I could look at something that they're doing, and that could influence me. Like,
and that's the thing. And they can influence you. Like I was on with Comics for All, I believe his channel is, and he even asked me like, what are some people that don't?
Warren Johnson, that guy's the shit.
That guy's awesome. But like something he had asked me was like, what artists do you like that aren't influenced in your style? I thought that was a great question.
Yeah.
Because it happens a lot. Like you look at other pieces of creators and you're like, I love what he's doing, but it doesn't really fit your aesthetic.
Right. Techniques are cool.
I'm going to steal his question. What are some artists that you love that really just don't go into your style, but that kind of influence you in a way?
That's a good one. I would have to say, I really like Andrew McLean, the guy that does familiar. He does Headlopper.
Oh, okay.
He just the way he does like action sequences. They're like a big focus in the storytelling process. The art is kind of like Mignola a little bit. And the character it's a lot like Conan and Hellboy put together, I guess.
I believe Jason Krager had him on one time.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. I didn't pick up Headlopper. I hear it's a great book, but I have seen some of the visuals of it. The art's really good. Yeah,
art's fun. Fantastic. Like it was a good book to pick up in the desert where there wasn't any sword and sorcery for a long time. But now we got Conan back. He's based. He's good. So.
Yeah, you're heavily influenced by the sword and sorcery stuff. What got you into that? Was it D&D? Was it D&D? Was it music? Like, what got you into the sword and sorcery?
Sword and sorcery. That was my father. Yeah, he was a big Arnold Schwarzenegger and Conan fan. He was a bodybuilder. So was my uncle. And they at a young age, it's funny what these metal figures will do to you. They really put that in there. So he loved Conan. So he got me into that. And so. That's what got me into the sword and sorcery genre. And then once I saw the paintings of Frank Frazetta, it was just a sealed deal. And then starting to really read Robert E. Howard, that's just slowly getting me more and more and more into it. He's just so fucking awesome. And then a lot of people don't really talk about it that much, but the way he writes in rhythms. So he writes like a fucking guitar player or a drummer. So he's just spitting. And so it's a little different in the way that he writes action sequences is just on another level, Oh,
wow.
So and the music too is a lot like writing a song is a lot like telling a comic book or writing a comic book. You're going to have like those peaks and valleys, and you're going to have fast parts and slow parts, and they go hand in hand.
Yeah, because Plagle and I actually, because I talked about it at the end of Topic List this week, but you had mentioned they're doing the King Conan movie.
Yeah,
that's going to be pretty fire, man. I think that's going to be pretty good. I like the idea of that.
I was actually talking about that.
They've shown, or is this another movie?
What's up?
Wait, sorry. I'm sorry. Don't ignore me.
No.
Don't ignore you? Okay, what?
No. Don't ignore me. Is it? No. Go on. No, I've heard that too. I have heard King Conan movie.
Well, yes. I asked people like what they think about it. So I got like a lot of for me, it's just a fun topic because my channel is very barbarian focused now. It's like barbarian games.
Yeah, it is.
So straight up, I'm not gonna lie. Like I go head first into barbarian, sword and sorcery, and then fantasy now.
So Butch Cleaver has those elements in it in a way.
It does. So yeah. Like I have Chieftain Wallace. He's a barbarian.
Yeah.
So also, I got a lot of barbarian.
Barbarian stuff is dope. I mean, I played Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid, all the way up until I was like, early 20s to 20. So I mean, I obviously heavily influenced by the fantasy role playing aspect of things, which is also a high fantasy. So And obviously the Conan movies. Obviously, you can't. You even said not everybody really likes the Destroyer. I don't mind the Destroyer. I thought it was okay. I don't have too many qualms about it.
I'm going to do a video on this, but for me, the Destroyer is Marvel's Conan the Barbarian from the 70s and 80s. Barbarian is their Savage Sword of Conan line. That'd be the best way to do it. But for me, Conan the Barbarian, that's my favorite movie ever made. It's got the best soundtrack.
So good. Yeah.
It's not at all Conan. It's not Robert E. Howard.
Okay,
it's not Robert E. Howard's Conan.
What did you think of the Jason Momoa Conan? Not necessarily the quality of the movie, but just the character of Conan in it.
It's a lot to unpack because I was there from the get. I was there on the message boards on that movie. The director that they wanted, he was the guy that I really wanted to direct the movie because he had made a movie called Pathfinder, and he was talking about how he loved Frazetta, and there's a lot of Frazetta, and you know how Frazetta has the concept and composition of the triangle.
Yep.
And
he
so
plays with shit a lot.
Yeah, dude, and I'm just like, fuck, dude, they need to get Marcus Nispel to fucking direct Conan, and they fucking got him. But then they had all these other directors, or I'm sorry, all these other producers. They had like 16 producers.
Oh, geez, that's not good.
They're rewriting the movie. Then they get this guy Jason Momoa. I don't know who the fuck he is, and then they cast him, and I'm like, oh, this guy, he looks like Conan. I mean, he don't have the hair. He don't have the Frazetta hair, but who gives a fuck? But he looks cool.
Yeah,
he looks cool. He's Hawaiian, Atlantean, and then he's fucking Irish, which is Conan. That's an Irish name, so he's perfect.
Wait, really? Jason? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Jason Momoa is Irish.
Yeah, his mom's Irish and his dad's Hawaiian.
Interesting. So I never realized that.
Perfect for the role. He could do all this fucking sword play. And he got in there young but the movie, it was all over the place.
Yeah, the movie was all over the place.
It was shit, dude.
Yeah. I thought he was okay as Conan himself.
He's
perfect. What I mean? Yeah, I thought that was fine. The movie is like,
yeah, it sucks. And you never see his origin in the books. For me, the best Conan I would hire now, if I was gonna do like Buscema Conan, like if I could pick a guy, it would be Cavill. I know everybody likes Cavill, and he's but he looks like Buscema's Conan.
You're not wrong.
He's got the look, and I know he's all over the place. Now, if you want to do Barry Windsor Smith Conan, I'm sorry, but he's got the voice, and he could put on a little more weight. I'm sorry, he's popular. The girls love him. Jacob Elordi, he would be great.
Well, and that's the thing with Conan, especially Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he's cool but he's huge. Schwarzenegger's Conan really isn't that big of a dude. He's cut and he's bulky, but he's not, bodybuilder. He's not bodybuilder big.
But he's got the charisma, and that's always the thing. That's a fun topic, and I love this. I love that we're doing this. And it's just at the time, I would have hired him on the spot. Dude, you're fucking Conan,
Yeah.
And he could swing it around. Like I say, he could swing the Atlantean around. For a big boy, he could swing him around with that big back and the big arms at that time, But Destroyer, it's fun. They got a lot of the Howard stuff right in there. But once you read the Howard stories, brother, and if you ain't got time to read them, put them on Autobook and draw and listen to them bad motherfuckers.
I have them on Audible.
You'll ever fucking do experience.
I got quite a lot on Audible. I even forgot. I recently bought a book on Homo sapiens, and I'm like, well, and then I looked through my library. I'm like, oh, I haven't listened to this one yet. So I'm buying books without listening to them. Yeah. So, but I have the Robert E. Howard books in there. I just have to because it's like a whole complete set, so it's going to take me a while to get through them. But I just listen to them when I'm at work because I'll listen to some music in the beginning of the day to get me moving, and motivated. And then I'll listen to, if it's depending on the guest, I'll listen to Rogan. And if I don't like him, if I'm in the mood, I'll listen to some Murder. If not, I'm I've listened to enough Murder for the past month and a half. I'll listen to an audiobook. So,
right.
Yeah.
It's good to have the palate cleanse. It's really good.
I did not realize Momoa played Conan either. I never saw
that was his big role after Stargate.
Yeah, that was his. That was kind of what broke him into the movies.
Yeah, that movie did $11 million, and it just kind of.
That's the thing. When you saw, and you're not wrong. When you see him and you see just a poster, maybe or an image, you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool."
Yeah,
So when then you watch the movie, it's like it's not cool.
Yeah, and probably the best part of the movie is the first 10 minutes, and he's not even in it. It's the kid actor, and then and then Ron Perlman's his dad. The dialogue's really bad in there. You have some good actors in there. Did you ever watch Conan the Animated Series, Matt Burke? Conan the Adventurer.
I might have.
I watched a little bit of it. Yeah. I started watching it with the boy, and then they took it off Tubi, and I got all excited about it. Right now we're doing Thundar.
Maybe
Right?
you
And I
can
slept on Kundar, and that shit's fucking badass.
maybe you can find it on eBay or something. Like
Yeah.
DVD
somewhere.
of it.
You know,
Yeah.
what they do now is they move everything around. Through the free
Mhm.
services. They move them around. They make you pay for them, then they take it off, and throw it back on Tubi.
So-
I mean, well, go ahead, Angela. No.
No, Rushbrook is wondering, did you ever watch the Conan animated series, Matt?
Yeah, Conan the Adventurer.
Mhm.
Yeah, me and my son, me and the boy Bane were watching it,
Oh,
and
that was that.
it was fun, dude. And
Mhm.
if you guys haven't subscribed to Conan the Barbarian YouTube, go check it out. They have the writer. She did a great
Oh.
job on that show. She wrote all.
Okay.
She was really into Howard, dude. So yeah, go check out the
Yeah,
interview with her on there.
And Luke and I will have this conversation. And I am a believer in physical media. Don't get me wrong. But if you can find it online and consume it that way too, like fine. But if you maybe, like I said, maybe you can find it on eBay and they have the physical copies of them, and that way you just have it. You don't have to worry about them moving it around or taking it off a platform or doing whatever.
I love
Luke
Solomon
says-
Kane, man. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Luke said yes. Luke says he has the R.E. Howard, Conan, and Solomon Kane. Both are so damn good.
So good,
Yeah.
man.
Hear him say that.
Kane was like the first actual Howard stuff I was reading. I always loved Conan. Like I had all this Conan stuff. Oh, I've seen Destroyer a million times. I've seen the Barbarian edited for television. My dad would record everything edited. He loved fucking recording shit. Oh, my dad, he was disabled. He had brain tumors and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Growing up. So
Dad, is there a memoir somewhere? Like I am like, there's so
That's
many
a good-
things you've said with your dad that I'm just like, there has to be written down. Like there has to be something. Because what a
Yeah.
life.
I had some stuff up there about him. He just passed away a couple months ago. But
I'm sorry.
that's it happens.
Sucks.
But he was a good dad. He was there all the time. He recorded all the stuff. He's a big nerd.
Nice.
Yeah. So, but it's like when your dad's like that, you got to be the man of the house sometimes.
It's important to have male role models, I believe. To have, even if it may not be even your father, or like maybe it's an older friend or something like that. As long as they don't ask you to sit on your lap, you're okay. But yeah. So, no, that's cool that he got you into all this stuff in a way, and that's what I love, and that's what I love having people on that are passionate about this stuff. Like they love it; they'll never stop. Like there's like you and I you could go further just on Conan, Robert E. Howard, and all this stuff.
Dude.
Forever. Like, I mean, it really is
not going to stop.
Well, not just that. It's such a fantasy aspect of comics and the imagination and movies and pop culture, music, like Man of War, like that's heavily influenced there. So
it's all Frazetta, dude.
yeah, dude. So it's.
I'm not a big Man of War fan either.
I'm not either. I was when I was like younger because I'm like, this is like D&D, and then I'm like, they suck. But I like the album covers because they were like painted and like metal. And I'm like,
yeah. Like
but also, I think like the guitarist murdered somebody or something. Like there was some controversy.
Oh
with that
I think I heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
that's the thing. Some of these bands are pretty messed up.
Lemmy's guitar player just died. Motorhead today.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I saw that. Man.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. Lemmy was a big influence on Hell War too.
So young too.
I got some Lemmy isms in the book.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I say, you're like I said this before, and I say it a lot. Like you can usually tell an artist once you see their artwork and you look at them, you're like, yeah, I get it. It fits.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like your art is a metal vibe. It has a metal style. It has that gritty, indie look to it that's a little underground but can also be on the shelf, but it has that metal look to it. It's like, I can look at this and listen to Lamb of God, it fits, but looking at you, you're like, you're not wearing like and you don't have to dress to suit the role, but like you're not dressed like in a button down with a clean crew cut and just like, hello,
you're like, where's the bong at, Matt Burke? It's like, I don't smoke weed, dude. Like, what are you talking about? I got it right here.
But yeah, so I mean, it fits. So and so does the fantasy aspect of a lot of things. Like that, you look like you would like fantasy, and it's fun to talk about. I don't know. You can't judge a book by its covers sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
so, we just do it. We do it like as humans. We do that. That's part of our primal nature.
Speaking of which, not to spoil things, don't spoil anything. Because I've been watching it, but. Dude, I've been interested to see how Primal has been going.
I know, man.
Like, where is he taking this? Where is he taking this? Because of what's going on and everything that's going on. I'm like, how is this going to play out? Because, dude, brilliant storytelling.
Brilliant.
It's so captivating. You're just enthralled and there's no dialogue. Like
You don't know where it's gonna go either. Like
you don't know where it's gonna go, and it keeps you wanting to see the next episode. It's brilliant. Like the guy is a genius.
He is, dude. And everyone's like, all the Conan community, the Howard community is like, Gendy. Cartoon,
Yeah, dude.
Cartoon. It's like, dude. And they all know. They're like, yeah, we know. We already fucking hit him up like 5 years ago, but we're not going to do it.
Oh, did they really?
Oh, yeah.
Man.
There's another dude, though, there's another guy that did a Tower of the Elephant animation. I'm going to show it on. He busted it on Twitter like a year ago, but I'm gonna show it again. Because I do a barbarian brunch on Tuesdays now for like 30 minutes to an hour.
Oh, nice.
Cover barbarian shit. Yeah, and like in the morning, and then I bring people on too if they got like books and albums and shit or whatever.
Yeah, everybody go subscribe to Matt's YouTube. His link tree is in the description. I love your channel. Like it's what I do like is like you're usually live almost every night. You know, like when you go you go live when you want to pretty much. But
yeah,
it is almost every night, and I'm up late. And usually, and so I'm like, maybe a half hour before I go to bed. Sometimes I'll tune in and just listen to you and watch you draw. And although I hate that. I know why you do it, but I hate that portrait.
Oh yeah.
I hate it.
Sucks.
But I know why you do it. You don't change on my account, obviously. But no, change on my account. Do it. No, but yeah, everybody go subscribe. That's a great channel. And not only that, you also will go live and talk about I've seen movies. I'm like, I didn't know this movie was coming out. That's awesome. So
Conquest. Go watch Conquest.
I did not see Conquest.
Go watch Conquest. It's on Tubi. It's directed by Lucio Fulci, the guy that did Zombie.
Is it a zombie movie? I'm not a big zombie guy.
It's his sword. It's his sword and sorcery movie, and it's fucking brutally metal. Go watch it.
All right, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. And
Wow.
that's what I love. Like you're
wow.
You
it went under the radar, and everyone's
on
like,
the pulse of the pop culture community.
You will love it, Jason. I know you will love it because everyone's just like, this movie's too fucking ethereal, man. You know, and it's a dreamscape. You know, I'm like, fuck yeah, and I watch it. I'm like, oh, okay, but I can see where it's going because I just know that. I know Howard and I know the sword and sorcery genre, you know. So
wait, what is the movie?
It's called Conquest.
It's only on Tubi.
Yeah, and it's got a barbarian and it's got a little archer guy. You know, I'll just leave it like that.
Now, real quick, I have heard you say because I know how you feel about AI, but I did hear you say. Couple times you're like, that's not too bad of a reason, like, to use AI. Is there ever a point where you're like, okay, I can understand using it for this reason only? Like, okay, I get it.
I'd use it for searches, like for like a deep, like Google search. And
like it's a more advanced search engine.
I'll be right back.
Like, hey, how can I get a printer? Where's a cheap printer? And I'll ask Rock that shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But and I think some of it, it's, well, you know how I feel about it, dude.
I know how you feel. We're not going to get into it totally because I don't want to. That's another hour and a half, 2 hours.
And that's their. I don't want no one to get mad or anything. I'm not gonna get mad at any of our peers. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not gonna get mad at nobody. And I'm really like on a side note for 10 seconds. We're in a resurgence right now. The indie scene's blowing up. People want comics. The campaigns are getting funded. Victoria's Secret models are getting commercials. Conan movies are coming out. All right. They want their femininity. They want their masculinity. Things are changing now. They want art. They want great storytelling.
Yeah, the pendulum's swinging.
And they're here now. The pendulum is in full swing. And we have reached the artistic boom renaissance. So I just wanted to say that. Dude.
No, and you're not wrong. It is only a matter of time till it does, like, because it was on its way out. Now it's swinging, back, and it does every 20 years. Like there's like it's back, up and down and around like a carousel. So
ride that shit, ride it in the fucking ground, brother. Right?
Yeah, and it's about every 20 years, 25 years or so, it does happen. And that's the thing with AI is out. It's not going to go away. Like you can't.
No.
So it's only, but and this is another thing is to where. That's why, like, I love that you have original art in your campaign. It helps with that. People are going to want that more. With like, oh, this is just an AI thing. Anybody can print this out and you're done. But with if you have an original piece, like, man, this took this person hours and years because they had to learn how to do it. So I really like this more, and you can appreciate it as far as that goes. So I think it'll get more sought after with having traditional original content. So
the wild art, wild art.
But you can't, like I said, you can't make soup. It's out there. I'm not saying everybody should adopt it and adapt it and love it, but hey, there's nothing wrong with looking at it. A funny cat video. A cat.
Well, like Predator versus Arnie. You're like, oh, that shit's slop, but You know.
or hey, even like when Arnold Schwarzenegger is singing like bye 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 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like so stupid.
Now they have the dinner for Connolly, like riding on the horse. You know.
Yeah.
You got the chick from fucking what was that movie? The bowling movie with Woody Harrelson. You know.
Oh, yep.
She's doing that, and then he's sitting there like Kingpin.
Dude, Kingpin is so good. I love that movie.
Oh yeah, it's so great. It's so good.
Yeah. Well, let's see if this happens real quick.
I've been Hell's bounty hunter for hundreds of years, and if I didn't work with metal, be it by blade, song, or steed, the Hellbender from within would take hold. After Ragnarok, throughout the 9 realms, I became known as Hellwar. And I had but one final mission to complete, for Helnora to set me and my brother Rekbold free. This is a yarn taken from the last day of my saga, where some surprises from my past come back to haunt me. In 106 pages of inky black and white, coffee-stained, photocopied, gore-shredded Viking metal in a comic, and brought to you by way of heavy metal, record size and form. In this campaign, I'm offering physical and digital versions of the book, as well as traditional art, pages, sketch cards, and commissions. And all first-day backers will receive a free sketch card of a random character from the Hellwar universe, as well as the title track, the MP3, Hellwar. Through Hell or War, you're gonna ride with me.
Nice.
Amazing. I love that.
I'm assuming you did the trailer.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I was like, I guess I could do an old man like in a cave Hellwar, like old man Hellwar.
Yeah, I like it.
Without his muscles, he's just kind of flat, and I want to do something different.
It was a good video. Well, also with Kickstarter, they do like the creator being there and talking about here's the book. And you did it in a nice, trickier, like a different way. I like that you did it. You did a different spin on it, and I liked it. I was like, okay,
fun with it.
Yeah, it was good. So, Matt, tell us real quick, or not even quick, but tell
us.
Are those
your vocals? Real quick.
What?
Are those your vocals? Oh my gosh, I'm not drunk.
Yeah, actually, that's gonna be the song. I'm gonna send it to everybody. For everyone that's backed the book is tonight and early morning. I'm gonna start emailing the MP3 so you guys have that. So worst case scenario, at least you guys got something, and that way you can love it or fucking hate it. And you could definitely, you're definitely gonna bump it down the street. It'll be loud. So you'll have that, and I'm at a third of the way there, so I have some potential to make it. So
hey, like I said, you launched yesterday, so you're doing great. You're doing great. Yeah. So that's good that you're at where you're at. You're at a good spot right now. So so real quick for people who are unfamiliar, because like I said, you just launched. Tell us about Hellwar.
Sure. First, I'd like to kind of possible talk about the format. It's a little different. It's kind of a hard sell.
No, you got to tell us. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
For sure. I wanted the book to look like an actual metal album cover. So it's basically 12 by 12. So you're picking it up. It's going to look like the band put it together. They slapped it together, and then you're buying it like in a record store, like in the back alley in Norway. Okay. So the artwork's going to look photocopied. It is scanned on my Workforce Epson, but it's going to look photocopied. There's going to be coffee stains. You're going to see the actual line of where the art's at, stuff like that in the book. And then the story itself, it's about this bounty hunter named Bert Hellwar, and he's been working for Helnora of Helheim, and he's been doing it for almost 1,000 years. And this story is his last day of his saga. Once he completes the final mission for Helnora, she's going to set him free, and she's also going to set his brother Rekbold free. But is she? That's the thing. Is she really going to set him free? It's never really the case. His story is heavily inspired by, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Robert Duvall's character in Falling Down, Pendergrast. He's a cop in that movie, and
I love that movie so much.
All this fucked up shit's going on. So that's basically what's happening with Bert Hellwar, So he's having to fight biker gangs, like Viking biker gangs in Death Valley, California. A lot of it starts out in California, and then it shifts its way over to Scandinavia.
Cool.
And so that's kind of what happens. Without spoiling too much. So she puts him on this final mission, and it's bringing up demons from his past. It's definitely going to possibly bring forth another Ragnarok. And without spoiling too much, that's the spiel for it. And there's a lot more to it.
So is he immortal?
Possibly. Oh. And the thing is, if he's not Thor, he's not Thor's son. He's not Thorson. I definitely wanted to. Well, the thing is, if you were to look, like, do a quick Google search, you'd probably figure out who him and his brother is, But I'm never going to say who he is. And he does have a couple. He has a couple origins. One of them you're going to get into in this story.
Nice.
And he by day he plays in a band called Hell War. He's a guitar player, like Eddie Van Halen,
Nice.
And he also has a mechanic shop. It's called Volking Motors, and that's actually based off a guy that I knew of as I grew up as a child. He lived his shop was around the corner from me. It was called the Volvo Clinic, and it was called the Fjords of Sweden. And it was a Scandinavian or Swedish guy. He would only take Volvos in. I took my Plymouth van in there. I'm like, hey man, can you give me an oil change? Well, is it the Volvo? No, and I'm not going to give you a fucking oil change. And it just stuck with me. So I made that his base. I actually went there and I Googled it and I redrew it. So it's his base.
Nice.
So how many pages?
It's 106 pages of story.
Whoa.
There's going to be some back matter too, like behind the scenes. I'm going to have an art gallery in there. Like we were on the studio right before this. So asked the guys if it's cool if I put the work in there. If I could, I'd give them all fucking covers, but that's just, not in the cards right now. So, but that's going to be back there. There's probably going to be page breakdowns, just a bunch of stuff extra that I could add to the back of the book.
And now what you say in the trailer and stuff like that, like this is like pen and ink, coffee stain, like why like coffee stain and all this stuff? Like, are these different techniques you're doing? Or are you just trying to look used and gritty and stuff?
Both,
like that?
Both definitely. Yeah, you're also going to see white out in there. You're going to see mistakes. You're going to see everything in there. But
the coffee stains. So yeah.
And I'll probably even add more to it. I might get in there and rescan some of the shit and add more stuff.
So because most comic creators and comic artists want their books to be like super pristine. You're kind of like to have like a professional like shelf look. You want a professional indie look. Like you're purposely doing these parts of it to be like, this is going to look indie on purpose. Like you're not like just like, oops, I'm going to use this even though I ruined it. Like you're like, I'm gonna this coffee stain is meant to be here. Like this. Yeah. I dropped a little bit of ink over there. That's staying there. And we're not wiping that out.
Yeah.
Some of it's purposeful and some of it isn't. Some of it's accidental. And it's going to be.
I like the accident.
And if I like the happy accident, like Bobby Ross, it's going in there.
Yeah. No, yeah. So and it's super gritty. I love that. Now is this also inspired like obviously Eastman and Laird and stuff like that? Is that kind of like
definitely,
what you're looking at?
Like I'm actually like I was trying to do something different with the marketing, Obviously, you have to market stuff. Like, and I'm a nobody, dude, and I haven't done a campaign in like 3 months, or 3 years. So I've been doing like these little mini like essays and showing like my influences, And tomorrow I was going to do one on like the actual like aesthetic of the book and the style, and definitely they're in there. The Crow is in there. Also, a big influence is Mosaic by Kyle Holtz. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I think it's
that's another one. And it's a lot of these 90s and 80s books, dude. These underground scene books, that are really, just black and white, dirty. I love it.
Yeah.
As long as you have coffee stains, Bancroft says.
I have them in there, right?
What's up, Bancroft?
That's right.
And they have coffee stains like with like True Grit. You could get those out of there too, but mine are going to be, they're going to be the real deal,
Well, there are some people who will even do like a coffee stained art piece. Like they'll use coffee as their
dude on Instagram I follow. He does sword and sorcery. He starts everything with coffee. Pours it all over it, and he does a skeleton warrior. Badass shit. I'm like, damn.
I'm sure that smells terrific. I'd love to buy it.
Yeah, I want to do
that. They should make a coffee cologne. I don't know why they don't. Right. I think every guy would love it, and women would. I don't care what women think. So I'm trying to attract men. No, kidding. So now, are you ever gonna color this at any point? Or like
maybe, but I don't see it in the cards. It's just because that's the way I kind of. That's the way I always kind of like envisioned it from the get. I wanted to color it, but then I looked at it and I thought about it, like, no, I want it to look like this. Yeah, I
Nice.
was also gonna say too, Hell War, if he doesn't, either slay with metal, play metal, or work with metal, he'll turn into the Hellbinger, and it's this massive, mindless, primal beast that it's kind of hard for him to control. That was something else that I forgot to.
So almost like obviously not this, but like a werewolf.
Yeah, or the Hulk. So like
the Hulk,
definitely, like
or the
I'm not
Hulk.
gonna lie, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Lobo's a big influence. The Hulk and Thor.
Obviously the Biz.
And I didn't want to like ape Kirby or Simonson too much, so I had to think of my own version of the 9 realms and my own version of hell. She's a big girl, like kind of like Barda. That's how I want her to be, kind of like low key, kind of sexy. But you look at her like, ew. But I don't know, maybe
How
it's hard to do that.
Can fix her. Just kidding.
Did you ever time yourself while you were drawing? Like do you know how long it takes you to do a page for something like this? Because it's highly detailed, highly rendered.
Probably like 16 hours, maybe, give or take.
Dude.
Yeah, with the thumbnails and the pencils and then the inks, probably
Now,
10 to 16 hours, depending.
Are you drawing them 12 by 12, or what's the size that you're drawing?
It's 11 by 14.
11 by
then
14.
Then I chop it down, and then I scan them in at 11 by 14, and then boom. And then I make sure to try to get the picture edges in there. Some of the pages are gonna have that edge in there. And some of them I'm gonna go in there with some airbrush and do that. With whatever. If I could get a can, I'll even do it with Clip Studio. Some of the stuff they have really cool airbrush in there.
Oh yeah.
I'll do whatever I want.
Well, and that's something
Looks cool,
as you know, like Ink and I and a lot of us now do. Like we'll do mixed media. Like we'll throw a kitchen sink at it. Like
exactly.
like if it's digital, we throw it in there. Traditional.
That's what I'm doing with this. It's mixed media, 100%. Everything goes.
Yeah, and
it works. Doesn't.
You can also get stuff done faster these days in doing so.
Dude, I really want to do just a full digital comic. I was thinking about doing that for the next book. And there's a bunch of different ones that I want
there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm trying to put out. I want to do a book a year, a different story. And this right here is a one and done. It has a little bit of heart to it. It's got that evil or that Army of Darkness vibe to it. It's definitely kind of self-aware, but it does have a little heart to it.
So
would you branch out
in the chest towards the end of the book?
Would you branch out, for instance, and maybe do like a book on one of the characters?
Like a side story.
Story.
Definitely. Yeah, I wanted to do one with his brother Wreck Bolt, like in like kind of in Hollywood back in like the 90s. Like he kind of disappears and goes off and does some shit. That was one thing. And then I have like some ideas for a second and third book. Like they come to me, and I even if I like don't want to deal with it, they kind of, no, dude, you're gonna do this. No, I'm not. Like it kind of creeps in your head, and you're like, You start writing it down. Like the next one will probably be like in a fishing village. I'd have to spoil some of what's going to happen at the end of this to tell you where the next.
Don't do that.
Go, but I really
we're good.
Shut up.
Definitely nautical.
Silencio, por favor. Shush.
It's really into nautical stuff, like Norwegian villages, nautical European stuff, blue, gray, like all the nautical feel.
Cool.
Krakens and fishes and shit. Cold, gray, blue.
Swim with the fishes.
Even though there's no color, you're gonna just like when you read a book or you look at something in black and white, your brain is gonna interpret color even though it's not there. I think. At least for me, it does.
So we'll go over everybody's favorite part, the tiers. So the rewards. Tell us about what's available here. You're gonna have to help me out, Matt. I'm blind.
Yeah.
So this one here.
That's the print edition. That just comes with my cover. It's also going to come with a sticker. I'm sorry, a bumper sticker, a glow in the dark guitar pick, and a poster.
Oh wow, nice. And this one.
That's the digital. That's $13.
Okay,
so
there you go.
That goes everywhere.
That one.
So you got Preston's. That one's a couple bucks more because it's limited. Comes with everything. Mine does as well.
Preston is so good, dude.
You got both covers. Boom.
There you go. Boom. Yep. Bing, bada, boom.
Then you got the Death Valley sword fight with the horn face. I love that page, and that's $125.
I was so tempted. To get that. I'm like, oh, that's so good. Yeah.
I love that character too. I'd like to do a character with him. Like to just certain characters stick out, and
I know how that goes,
what happens to him, but
I know how that goes. Trust me. A lot of people's favorite character is now a background character I had. And this one?
That's Pop and a Wheelie. That's another just original art piece, $125. But these pieces, they come with the book too and all that stuff as well.
It's a great price point. Like it's actually really cheap price point for original art. Like you're down pricing it, in my opinion. Like you're underselling it. It's worth more than that. And this guy here?
And that's just a commission. You get my cover, Preston's cover, and you get a commission by me, 11 by 17 for $300.
Okay, so you get both books and okay, and a commission. Now you don't get the original cover art, people, of Preston
No,
No. And then
I'll draw anything, but I won't draw furry shit, porn, and I won't prawn, and I won't draw not safe for work. And I put that in there too.
okay, there you go. It's a stipulation. Nice.
Everyone's got their own thing.
This one here.
That's Big Dog in it. That's another original art piece. That's Garm. It's Hellward talking a little bit of shit.
Oh, nice.
Right before something happens.
Nice.
There you go.
And I think that sold out already. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
It looks like one is.
That's wild.
Yeah, you have a backer on it, so it might be sold out.
Nice. Okay. So I'm gonna probably put some more art up on the page. I didn't think people were gonna buy them, and I didn't think I would sell a commission. You need to just have these things up on there. You know what I mean?
Dude, like I said,
Kickstarter needs there's certain things that I researched for Kickstarter and I put on there and they fucking worked. And I didn't think they were gonna work. And those are some those are some of them, dude. So I'm like, okay, well then maybe I'll put some more art up on there, you know.
Hey, if I knew for a fact my tax returns would come back in time, I would get that original art tier. So I was very tempted to like, oh, that's so dope. I want that. And if it's still there and I have and I do get it, I'll pick that up because I like that that page. It's a dope page. So awesome campaign, awesome book. Great price points, by the way, for all the content that you're getting. You're getting a crazy amount of pages for what you're.
I wanted to thank you, man, and I really tried to put the price down, but it's like I'm trying to figure out, guesstimate the weights. It's a kind of a new project. It's a weird size and shape, and I had a guy from like Saudi Arabia that wanted a book, and I just felt really bad, man, because I couldn't ship it out there because it's going to go up to like it ranges from like 30 to 50 to 80 in different parts of the world. So it's just really Canada and America. But, I got the first 13 pages for free up there. People can preview it, and they can look at it and they could take it over for a test ride. And then if they want, they could get the Digi. So I tried to put that in there at 13. So
yeah, you got a lot of stuff for people to peruse and get them inspired to back.
So if they click on that link, they'll go right there and you'll have a nice little adventure, There
you go. Yeah.
Death Valley.
I mean, to me, I know your artwork, I know your story, so I know it's going to be dope. But yeah, there you go. It's a good way to do it. But I mean, and also, come on, you got Preston, dude. Like,
yeah, I lucked out with that one, man. And I actually got to do the little runes on the side. That was my first foray into a Clip Studio. I used chalk. Nice. I used black chalk, and I was looking for a rune for Hell War, because he's somebody. And so I had to find it, and I found it, and then I did some tweaks to it so he looks even more. I got to give him the Lemmy,
Yeah, I do like the.
If you zoom in on it and turn it, you can see it. Preston put real runes in there. If you decode those runes, he said, "All right, you can have this, but you can't don't fuck with my runes, homie." I'm like, "All right, I wouldn't anyway."
Yeah, I do like that the logo is an axe. You know what I mean? It's an axe in both sense of the word. So yeah, I like that you did that. That's pretty dope. It incorporates well with that.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah, no, a great looking book. Like I said, I backed it. Or pledged, I should say. I pledged.
Right, pledge.
Pledged back, same difference.
I like backing. It sounds
like
cool.
Back. Yeah, back sounds like back.
That's a back, homie. Yeah.
Yeah. So
sounds like you committed.
Yeah, and hey, if you can't pledge right now, like with Kickstarter, it comes out after the campaign is over and he's funded. So but if you can't pledge, either way, share this out, please, everybody. We need, I get more eyes on this stuff. It's a great indie projects. We need help out there to get these out there. So, like you said, you don't have to share out the stream. You can share out the link for the campaign and get more eyes on it, get more backers. And it's a dope book, dude. So
it's crazy, dude. I didn't think I'd get that many backers. I don't expect this. I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like, can I say that on some string? I don't expect this book to get funded, but this is the way it's supposed to be made. If I don't make it this way, I'm gonna have to make it another way, which it'll be cool. But it's supposed to be in this format that and if I do hit a stretch goal, I will make a record sleeve. It's gonna go right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, like you said, you're a third of the way there, and you're in your first 24. I mean, there is a slowdown, obviously, after like the first week or a couple of days. So it does happen, but your trajectory seems good in my opinion. I think you will get funded. With you have you have 2 months to go. So I think you'll get hard. I think just obviously hit those campaign trails. Get on with K-pop. Get on with as many people as you can. There's not as many of us out there anymore. Ocean streams, but you know how it goes. Everybody check out Hell War. It's gonna be fire.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah. So Angela,
Jason,
There you go. Is there any more questions in the chat?
I don't see any questions. Did you mention anything about a puzzle? I'm just kidding. Probably not.
There's
Bancroft
runes in there.
puzzles have been through.
Yeah, it's kind of a puzzle.
So
There's
you have to
rooms.
decipher that, and then you can.
Yeah.
Noah's a puzzle. Who he
There you
actually
go.
is.
There you
I
go.
could give you. I give you a little
That got
spoiler. A
real.
little spoiler.
No
about who he is.
spoilers. No spoilers.
In the story?
No spoilers, Angela.
No. I don't want to.
No. Okay.
Honestly, if you told me, I would forget. But yeah, I don't.
She would forget. Angela, do you have any questions for Matt?
I'm just curious. Do you want to share anything that you have in a few? Like, what genre would you want to do? Like, if you could pick a genre other than fantasy, what would you pick for?
To do as a project next time?
To do as a project, yes.
Okay. Well, like you said, right now I'm doing a sword and sorcery book, and I'm doing a horror vampire hunting book. That's the two things I'm working on. But one I do want to do. I want to do like a vigilante kind of like 80s type vigilante type book.
Okay.
But I'm not really into sci-fi for some reason. I try to push myself to it, but I'm not. And I think that that would probably be that.
Would your vigilante book have a man that's a cop by day and a vampire by night?
No. I actually have two of them. I actually have two of them, two different ones. There's one though that's like a
two vigilante stories.
Well, there's one. He's ex KGB, and he's in Hollywood, and he's taken out a bunch of different folkloric Russian characters, but they're kind of brought into the modern times.
Oh, that's wild.
And, it's called the Verdulak. And it's named after an anthology story from a movie called Black Sabbath.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going there.
I did that a long time ago, and it's kind of like my Russian Batman. So I don't know. There's that, and then there's another one too that I'm working on, but it's more like Steve McQueen-esque. There'd be car chases and stuff like that in it, so a little more that type of story. So that is different, I would say romance because that's kind of hard, but
that is difficult.
That's kind of hard thing to nail down.
Oh wait, what does it say? Metal songs that most fits to the story in the book, non-original song. Metal song that most fits to the story in the book, non-original song. Are you asking?
He wants to know what kind of song fits the story in this book that isn't like one of his songs. I think, Pantera's Primal Concrete Sledge. You know what I mean? I think that's what he's asking. Like, if you were to listen to a song, what song would it be that kind of captures this book?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a really good question.
Yeah, I keep thinking of a bunch of them, and right when I'm about to say it, I probably when the man comes around, Johnny Cash.
Okay, I was gonna say, how about a band that fits the genre of this book rather than?
Oh yeah, that'd be Amon Amarth.
Band would be easier.
Amon Amarth, like hands down, Amon Amarth.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
So straight up, yeah.
They have more.
Luke's saying he has suspicions of Hellwar and his brothers, who the brothers are. You're gonna.
Well, Luke's big on Norse,
so hopefully he won't get any spoilers.
And you're going to be on with Luke. So, you guys can obviously tackle that.
Backstage conversation.
Or live conversation.
Crusades, man, great song. Yeah, looking forward to finding out. What's your most embarrassing choice of song? One you're most ashamed of?
There's a lot though. That's a lot, but I can't.
Backstreet Boys, is that what he's talking about? What's your most embarrassing? What is it? Yeah,
boy band song.
They got some good, but the thing is, I love all music. I love Motown, and I think music died in the '90s. And I love classics, but it's
really.
Ooh, it's hard to. It's hard to think. Probably something by
exactly.
What's his name? Rich Ashley.
Rick Astley, never gonna give you up.
Yeah, I like that song. but I liked it before it blew up.
Rolling us right now, Matt.
I like Aha. Remember Aha?
Take.
I like that.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard the? It's pretty dope. Have you heard the acoustic version of that?
No. He's got some pipes though. It's hard to hit those notes.
Oh my gosh, so beautiful. And still, he's even to this day. Well, I thought he had to have surgery, but recently when I heard him. Yeah, he still sounds incredible.
On
Okay,
this topic, I do have one last question for
favorite
you. there, Matt.
Tasteway song. What the heck? You
Yeah,
guys
I don't
are
know.
good.
I
This
don't
is because
know.
it's
they're just
goofy.
asking random weird stuff,
That's cool, though.
which is
That's
fine.
what's
It's fun, but we were trying to make this an hour, not 5
Yeah,
hours.
Rick Astley, yeah.
Settle down. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I have one last question for you. If you could pick any band, one band to listen to for the rest of your life, who would it be? It doesn't have to be your favorite.
Yeah.
Just one band that would you
Oh
listen to
man,
for the
that's
rest
a
of your
good one
life.
for him.
In Flames.
In Flames. Nice.
Yeah.
You quick with it too. That was good.
Yeah, because I had to really think about all their catalog, and at least there's some variety in there.
And that's usually
don't
what I
like.
lean towards is variety of catalogs.
It's got a lot,
yeah.
dude. The first like 4 albums are the best, but the other like 10 are kind of like, but it's still there's variety.
But they're
and
still,
they got
even if
some
they're
good hits.
they're still different. So yeah.
Or Solution
Nice.
45 or Scar Symmetry. Those guys are dope too. It's
go.
hard,
You picked In Flames too. Thank you, Ange. They're just asking weird stuff like, "Oh, what's your favorite flavor gummy bear?"
And you've never seen a live Rickroll before. Well done, Matt. Yeah.
So Angela, thank you for co-hosting.
Yeah.
Chat, thank you for showing up. Matt, thank you for coming on. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me.
Obviously, we can go a
Yeah,
lot
this
longer
is
and
a
just
great
keep
time.
up with it, but we try to keep these a little streamlined so people will watch the replay. Yeah, because the chat, like I said, next is like, do you like gummy bears? Like, no, yes, we do like gummy bears.
Have you had sugar-free gummy bears?
I'm hitting this button.
Don't